Hey, this is Bernie Burns, and I'm going to be covering one of the things we have to work around in Halo 3. And this particular problem is something we call the bump. And what is the bump? Well, no one can be told what the bump is. They have to see... Okay, that's the bump right there. For some reason in Halo 3, whenever you get near an object that you can interact with, like a car or a crate or any of the forage objects, and you walk up to it and it's sitting still, it makes a bump. It does this little hickety-jickety, like, bouncing maneuver. We don't know why. We just know that it does it. And, you know, you'd never notice it in the game because you're running by everything and shooting and throwing grenades, but it's kind of hard for us when we're setting up a shot and the guy comes walking in and all the crates all of a sudden in the scene all go degoosh, you know, right next to the guy. In this particular scene, this is one from, I think, episode 10 from Reconstruction, where Griff walks up to the meta. Of course, every time Griff started walking, one of the crates would go bump. So we got to find a way around this. One of the ways that we worked with initially, this is my preferred method, if I don't have a lot of people or I don't have a moving shot, is I just shoot the shot like normal, capture the bump, you know, it's just part of the shot, and then what I do is I will go back and take a still frame from earlier in the shot when the crate was sitting still, and then I just superimpose that over the, you know, half of the frame where it is. Now, no one can cross in front of it, no one can go behind it, like I even had to move Simmons out here in this shot in order to get the right kind of plate to do that. And actually here on the final shot, you can still see where the plate is because Griff's shadow, when he walks back here, will fall across. There'll be a hard line where his shadow stops. We would reframe that for an actual shot in a show, but this is just for demonstration purposes. But if you do have a lot of people or you want to have a more dynamic shot, we got to have some other kind of workaround. So what we did is let's bring Church in here to help us. Now Church is going to stand on the right side of the crate, and he's going to initiate the bump. And then what will happen is after we get the bump in place, then Griff has a little bit of time before everything resets, and he can start his walk, and we get a nice, clean shot. Okay, so let's try it. We're going to have Church move around here, doing his little dance. There's the bump, and then Griff starts walking, and there we go. We got a nice, clean shot. We found a way to get around something that's part of the game that nobody really cares about, but that has a big effect on machinima. You will still be able to see this in some scenes of Red vs. Blue. In fact, if we're in the middle of a battle scene, which I know for us is rare, but if we do have one and the bump occurs, we won't even bother to take it out. What we'll do is we'll just add a grenade sound effect that motivates the reason why stuff is moving around. So, just another example of how cheap and lazy can actually be the best path sometimes. We're here for you.